Hello and welcome to Titanium Taras Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Sagittarius, okay? So this is going to be for any planet or star you have in your chart under Saggy. If you do, great. If you don't, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out, alright? Now, my aim with my videos is to give you food for thought or another perspective that you never thought of, okay? Now, the way I work for these readings is that I first pull cards from the Radlechba and Time Fairy Tarot deck, then I clarify those with Brian Farhad's Fairy Oracle, and if I need any further clarification, I use Soya Netzer's Mirror Truth Lenormand deck. Now, we all have an intuition, and it's key that we learn how to use it, so check out the video I post on Monday for that. And the reading is like a snapshot of the possible future that might arise if you continue doing what you've been doing up to this point. Alright, if you don't like it, then there is an unlimited amount of possibilities you can choose from. Alright, so all you need to do is decide what you want and work towards it. Now, it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Okay, now, with that being said, my gorgeous Saggies, let's get into your cards. Yes. Okay. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Saggies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Saggies, please come forward and share what they should expect. Ooh, and you got the Princess of Spring in the reverse. With Awakening at the bottom of the decks, of the deck, followed by the Princess of Summer. Interesting. Okay, so please, angels and guides, anyone who has good, who has a message for my Saggies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone who has good, who has a message for my Saggies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. And you got the Prince of Spring in the upright. That is interesting. With the moon at the bottom of the deck. So you got siblings, I feel. The Princess of Spring in the reverse and Princess of Autumn. No, Princess of Spring in the reverse, Princess of Summer in the upright, and the Prince of Spring in the upright as well. Very interesting family dynamic here. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Saggies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. And you've got Strength, Leo card with the Three of Winter, Heartache. Interesting. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Saggies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. I said Leo because, Strength is the Leo card. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Saggies, please come forward and share. And you got the Seven of Winter. Seven of Winter. With the Five of Autumn at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Oh, excuse me. Alright. It's partly a new text, so it's going to take some time before I get used to it. Now, let us clarify, shall we? Yes. Alright. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Saggies, please come forward and say why the prince is. Okay, I didn't finish my sentence. Please, angels and guides, anyone who has good who has a message for my Saggies. Why is the Princess of Spring here in the reverse, followed by the Awakening card, and the Princess of Summer. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good. Why are these cards here? Princess of Spring in the reverse, the Awakening, and the Princess of Summer. Oh. Okay. And you have the Fairy who was kissed by the Pixies, with Mike the Myomancer at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. With the Cruach at the bottom. Well, following that. Next, you have please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Saggies. Please come forward and share why the Prince of Spring is here in the upright, followed by the Moon. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Saggies. Please come forward and share why the Prince of Spring is here in the upright, followed by the Moon. And you got Talm the Poet with Death at the bottom of the deck. Yep. C'est la vie. And that is life. Is what I'm saying. It's French for that is life. So, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Saggies, please come forward and share. And you've got the Bodacious Bodak at the bottom of the reversed, in the reverse. Okay. And Arvel Parrot at the bottom of the deck. Followed by here the Fairy Sword, Mickle and Muckle, and Honesty. And Gotcha. Surprise! So, okay. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Saggies, please come forward and share why the Seven of Winter is here, followed by the Five of Autumn. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Saggies, please come forward and share why the Seven of Winter and the Five of Autumn is here, are both here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good, and you got the Undressing of a Salad with Penelope Dreamweaver at the bottom of the deck. Okie dokie. Alright, now. Alright, so let us begin. So the first card we got is the Princess of Spring in the reverse. Now the Princess of Spring in the reverse is a very pessimistic, unenthusiastic, uncreative, and unenergetic individual. Or at least for this week, okay? And this person is not really going after what they believe. This person is not really going after their dreams. They're just sticking with what is going on in their life. They aren't expanding their horizons at this moment, this week at least, and they're staying inside the box. They're not going outside of the box, because this card says let your creativity take flight, but seeing as it's in the reverse, it's the actual opposite this week. So don't let it take flight, because you aren't necessarily in the right headspace to allow it to take flight, is what I'm getting. What needs to happen before this Princess of Spring can get in the upright is that you awaken something within yourself. Okay, this this card talks of change the way change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness and temporary pause in the action. So, I mean, so things are not going well because your creativity is stifled. But that is what this card is saying, is that you need to change your viewpoint so that you can unstifle your own creativity, right? And I feel like what might help is a friend or a sibling who is more in tune with their emotions. You know, because this Princess of Summer is a gentle, sensitive, kind, and experienced individual. This card says a new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Yes. And the cards clarifying it, okay, are the fairy who was kissed by the pixies, which talks of the love given is the love received, the metaphorical open heart surgery. Basically, I feel like this Princess of Spring in the reverse is letting you know that you need to go and, like, how should I say it? The first thing that popped into my mind was massage your heart. Sounds like you're getting into like cardiac surgery. But what I mean to say is emotionally make it like, give it some love. Give it some love. Give someone else some love. And have someone else give you love. By the case of giving them a kiss on the cheek or a hug, making them feel special, that will give you a boost of energy, a boost of love. Look at this fairy. She is so elated. She's so happy. She's like, oh, I was kissed by pixies. I'm over the moon, is what I'm getting. Now, the next card is Mike the Myomancer. Now, Mike talks of small clues, details, the messages everywhere, patience. Now, I feel like this Princess of Spring in the reverse needs to see some clues along her path to be able to, like, let go of her stifling this thing. And these clues, like, are going to be, like, in French we say parsemé, which is the word that came to mind, which means it's spread out. Spread out. Spread out on a very large area. So basically, it's going to be small clues, details everywhere. You need to be paying attention to these things in order to be able to see it and pick it up and utilize it to the best of your abilities. And when you gather all your clues, or as you're gathering your clues, it will definitely ask of you a lot of bravery, because at least this week you are going to have to change something that has become a second nature. And in order for you to actually change something, like, fully, you need some bravery. You need something to give you that want to change. It's not an easy feat. Believe me, it's not. Next, you have the Prince of Spring in the upright. Now, the Prince of Spring is a charming, self-confident, passionate, restless individual. Okay, it says immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage, a passionate relationship. If we continue with the my first thought, that I'm talking about siblings, right? My first thought, which was siblings, you know, So you are having a little challenge, but it is completely manageable by you, is what I'm getting. And what will help you manage this is the moon. Now, the moon talks of powerful intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. Yeah, I feel like in order to be on top of whatever it is that you're going through, definitely have to be talking of something that makes sense to some, because I'm yawning. So I feel like in order to make sense of what is actually going on between siblings, alright, you are going to need some intuitive epiphanies, which is what is coming up for me. Next, you have Taum the poet. Now, Taum talks of clear sight, which I find is directly related to epiphanies, powerful intuitive epiphanies. You know, you're being able to see something that will make you start thinking of something else. Now, you can only get that with clear sight that is unobstructed by other perspectives or other points of view. Then you have the Death card. Now, the Death card talks of natural, timely endings, release, and liberation. You are clearly seeing what it is that is going to help you put an end to this, right? Yeah. And the next set of cards, if I can put them in a way that they don't fall, is the Strength card, which is the Leo card, as you can see, because of this lion. So, well, I mean, Strength is part Leo, part Taurus. The Sun would be complete Leo, but we're talking about the Strength here, Leo, Taurus. And Strength is the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. But why is that? Because you've been heartbroken with the Three of Winter. Now, the Three of Winter is reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation. Sadness that will heal with time. Something has broken your heart or shattered it. Now you're all up in the defensive. Look at her. She's holding 3 icicles. Like, don't you dare approach. That's what I'm picking up. Right? And you need strength to break free of this heartbreak. And the cards clarifying that are the Bodacious Bodak in the reverse. Now, this card in the reverse talks of external help fixing help. Okay. External help. helpful fixing helpful fixing appreciate it when it happens. External helpful fixing. This is between brackets, but this isn't. Helpful fixing. Appreciate it when it happens. So it's actual helpful fixing, because generally in the upright this is helpful fixing, not really helpful at all. So I feel like it's going to be a slow but steady rise to the top is what I'm getting. Next you have Arval Parrot, which is you are going to have to communicate your appreciation for this helpful fixing. It already said it on the card. It said there wasn't any brackets, so it's real helpful fixing, not fictive helpful fixing. So just make it a point to mention that. Then you have the He of the Fairy Sword. Now, He of the Fairy Sword talks of justice, protection. Basically, you are protected in this time, right? Three of Winter. While you are getting better from this heartache, you are completely, how should I say this? You are completely protected. Then you have Mikkalamakal, and a very good way to get out of this funk would be to be appreciative for what you already have and what is coming in your daily life. And that is why you have honesty, because you need to be honest with yourself. But even if it's little at this point, you need to be appreciative of the little things that are coming towards you in order for you to get yourself out of this funk. Then you getting yourself out of this funk is going to surprise you a lot. Surprise is what I'm getting. Okay. Now the next cards are the Seven of Winter and the Five of Autumn. So the Seven of Winter talks of there is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. You are refusing to see you or the person that you're dealing with is refusing to see things as they actually are. You are running away, deciding to keep it like a dream. To keep it in your, to keep it as you thought it was, not really. Wait a minute. There is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth, in order to keep your truth alive, even though you know at the bottom of your heart that this truth that you're trying to keep alive is not the real truth that you should remember. Now, next card is the Five of Autumn. Now, the Five of Autumn talks of reach out to others for assistance, poor timing for a career change, feeling challenged by money issues. Maybe you are having some issues monetarily. Monetarily, and you are refusing to see what it is that you should be doing, which is where the Five of Autumn comes in, which is telling you, get help, get it, right? And the reason for that is you're looking to gain balance, to avoid extremes, and to achieve the impossible. But you can't get to the impossible with the current thinking, the current way of thinking that you have. So if you want to create something impossible, and yet you're completely, for the lack of a better word, you are attached to the reality, but you want to create the unreal, something that is, what's the word? You want to, okay. So if you are used to the possible and you want to create the impossible, you need to think outside the box of the possible, is what I'm getting. So that's why you need help from others, because you don't necessarily have the pointers, the perspective that is needed for you to become unrealistic, for you to become impossible. Okay, next card you have Penelope Dreamweaver. Now Penelope talks of inspiration, magical dreams, visions. And I feel that once you do talk to this person, once you do get help, they will completely help you in reaching your dreams and desires. Okay? So my gorgeous Saggies, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box you'll find a little description of this video and my prize. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. Okay? And with that being said, my gorgeous Saggies, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye.